Well, it's been over a month since I did an update on my datsun project. So let me just take a few minutes here and just kind of go through what I've done. The biggest change, which always helps them, is I pressure washed it. So I got it kind of started to get a little bit clean. Pulled the gas tank, bumper, antenna. I pulled the door glass because my door latch was broke, so I'll put that on a little bit. I just slapped some paint on the inside just to kind of help knock down the rust. I pulled the seats, started to pull a bunch of the interior. So I pulled the seats, a little bit of surface rust on the floorboards, but really not bad. I'm really happy with how the floorboards are. This one is in really great shape, actually. I think after I clean it up, and I'll put some POR on it, and it'll be great. It'll be just fine. Whoever the Yahoo was, I don't know, who put some black paint on the vinyl covering, I've got to clean that off. I started cleaning it off. You can see where it's tan. I'll just continue to wipe it off. It actually comes off pretty easy. I pulled the control panel out for the blower and the heater. I don't really think I need a heater in this marine climate. We're here around Portland, so I pulled both the heater and the blower out. So I've got those out of it. I doubt I'll put them back in. The back is in great shape. These storage cabinets, there's no rust in them at all. I got a few little pinholes back in the where the spare tire goes, and I'll fix those. So it shouldn't be a big deal. On my door, I've got the usual rust where you get on those doors. You can kind of see it's bubbling a few spots, and I got a few holes, but I'll patch that, and that won't be a big deal. On my front fender, you know, got the typical rust there, but I'll just pull the fender off and patch it, and won't be a problem. On the cowl, I cleaned it all out, sanded it a little bit, and then put POR on it to protect it. Engine bay, I've done a bunch of stuff. What I've done, the most important thing is I pulled all the pollution stuff off, or as much as I can reasonably get to, and try to find plugs for most of the stuff on the intake manifold. Boy, the engine bay is just so much cleaner without all that stuff in it. Anyway, I pulled my radiator out, but that didn't come off too well. Actually, the thing fell apart in my hands, so I got another one, and I'll show a picture of that in a second. But you can see the engine bay is just so much simpler without that pollution stuff on it. This is a 73. Obviously, I pulled off the fuel pump. I'll go to an electric pump in the back, and I'll reroute that. I'll reroute it, you know, so it goes on the side there and over to the carbs instead of wrapping around the motor like they do, and make it a lot cleaner. I'll route the wires around the side here and make that look cleaner. And I had a little bit of surface rust over by the clutch master, so I sanded that down and put some POR there. That's just a rag sitting there. I've actually got a hole where the battery was. In the area, I sanded it down, put some POR. I will just make me a battery box and put that in there. It won't be a big deal, and so I'll have a place where the battery can sit. But you can see the engine's just a lot simpler now, and I've washed it a couple times to try and get it clean, and so it's really coming along. So the other big news is a buddy of mine, a great buddy of mine, really loves doing carburetors. So I prevailed upon him to try and wrestle these flat top Hitachis, and he's rebuilt them for me. So we're going to try, and we're actually going to try. We're going to put them on in the next couple weeks. I'll make a video of that and putting them on and just see if we can get it to go. The radiator got me a new aluminum radiator, 2-core radiator. I think that's all I need. Yeah, and that should work pretty good. So, I've made a lot of progress on the car, and it's coming along nicely. So, I got a little distracted. I was actually working on that yellow Scout in the background. I finished my doors and sanded them and painted them and did doors and a tailgate for that car. So, that stopped me for a couple weeks. But in the meantime, I've been working on the datsun, and it's coming along nicely.